Hello, how are you? This is the second video of unit number 7. In this video, we are going to be talking about present activities and how to describe them. And you're going to also learn some ways to say why you can't do certain things at the moment, right? So remember that this unit is called work-life balance, okay? So everything is going to be related to that topic. Now here we have some interesting images about Dean at work, and Dean at home. So what do you think about Dean? How do you think that Dean's life is? Pay attention to the facial expressions of their family, right? While he's eating, and he's also talking on the phone, right? So maybe he's very busy. Maybe he gets lots of calls, right? Or maybe he enjoys just talking with other people. Now, here I have some questions for you. How many phone calls do you usually get every day? Who calls you? What kind of calls do you enjoy? Which don't you enjoy? And how do you feel when you're busy and get a lot of calls? Now, nowadays, calls are not that popular as they used to be, right? Now we have some other platforms in which we can message people, like WhatsApp. WhatsApp has the advantage that it allows people to answer when they can, right? Instead of a call, because maybe think if you're busy doing something specific, right, and someone call you, that can be kind of annoying, right? Now let's listen to some conversations that Dean has having on the telephone, right? So listen and number the calls in the order you hear them. So we're going to listen to, I think, 5 different conversations, and we have 2 activities for this listening. First, I want you to put the speakers in order, right? Using the numbers. And then I want you to identify who does he says these things to, right? So he's going to say, I'm sorry, but I'm working on the report for a conference. Does he say that to his colleague or to his friend, daughter, and so on and so forth? All right. So let's listen.
Track 26.
1. Hello.
Hi, Dean. This is Carla. Listen, can you talk now? I'm planning my seminar and I want your advice.
Sorry, Carla, but I'm in the middle of dinner. Can I call you later?
Yes, no problem. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye. 2. Hello.
Hello, sir. I'm calling from Clearview Windows. We're having a special sale this week.
Sorry, but I'm not interested.
OK, thank you.
3. Good morning, Dean Brown speaking.
Hello, Dean. This is Luisa Riego from Madrid.
Hi, Louisa. Look, I'm sorry, but I'm working on the report for our conference. Could I call you back in half an hour?
And yes, of course, Dean. Goodbye.
4.
Hi, Dad. I need some help with my homework.
Well, actually, Sam, I'm quite busy right now. Can we talk when I get home?
Yeah, OK. See you later.
Okay, bye. 5.
Dean, this is Glenn. Is this a good time?
Yes, of course. I'm just watching the news. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So what are you doing these days?
Oh, you know, I'm working hard as usual. Not much free time. And you?
Well, I'm doing a marketing course in the evenings after work, so it's a bit busy. It's good though.
Okay, so let's check your answers. Remember that if you need to listen again, you can pause the video and go back. So the first conversation he had was with a colleague, right? Then he talked to a telephone salesperson, right? Number 3 was a colleague in Madrid. Number 4 was his daughter. And the last one was a conversation with a friend, right? Now let's do the second activity. It says, who does he say these things to? So the first one says, I'm sorry, but I'm working on the report for our conference. Our conference, right? So he says that to a colleague in Madrid, right? Then in number 2 says, sorry, but I'm not interested. That is for the telephone salesperson, right? She wanted to sell him a window or something like that, and he says that he was not interested. Number 3, I'm just watching the news. This is for the conversation with a friend, right? So they wanted to chat a bit about life, and he says that he wasn't busy. Number 4 says, I'm quite busy right now. Can we talk when I get home? This was the conversation with his daughter, right? His daughter wanted him to help her with homework. And then in the last one, says, sorry, but I'm in the middle of dinner. That was the conversation with the colleague that called him first. Very good. So here we have a ton of expressions to talk about or to express that you are busy at a particular time. Here we have a table, and we can classify these expressions into 3 different groups depending on the language that we're using, right? Now, all of them can start in the same way. We can say, sorry, but I am. I'm afraid I am. Well, actually, I am. And if you pay attention, we use these expressions like sorry, I'm afraid, well, actually, to make it a bit less rude, right? To express that we are very sorry, we can't talk on the phone right at the moment. It's not very harsh, it's very polite. Yes, politeness is something very, very important when we have conversations with other people. Yes, and now the categories that we have are for expressions that start with prepositions, like in the middle of dinner. We can also use adjectives like I'm not interested. This is an adjective. And we can use expressions with verbs with ing, like I'm working on a report. Yes? So what I want you to do is to pause the video now and try to classify these expressions in the corresponding categories. All right? So come back once you're ready. So let's see. Expressions with prepositions. So we can say, sorry, but I am in the middle of dinner. I am on the internet. Yes? I am in a meeting. That would be it, right? Then adjectives, we can say I'm not interested, I'm busy, I'm tired, or I'm not feeling well. No, that wouldn't be it. Maybe, okay? This is going to be a maybe, right? Because this is talking about how you feel at that specific time. And then we have expressions with ing, like I'm studying for an exam, I'm writing an essay, I'm making dinner, I'm watching a film, and I'm not feeling well, right? So the last one, this one is very special, the ing form, because this is what we use to talk about the things we are doing at the moment, the activities we are doing at the moment of speaking. And this tense, if you recognize it, this is called present progressive. Yes, we're going to be talking about this in the next page. But for now, what I want you to do is to try to think about more examples that can go in each category. Try to write at least 1 or 2 examples for each section. So pause the video again and do that. Now I'm going to share some of my examples with you, right? For prepositions, you can say I am at work, I am at school, I am in bed, or I am in the car, right? For adjectives, we can say I'm ill, or I'm not well, I'm sick, right? Maybe. And then the last category, we have tons of examples like I'm teaching a lesson, I'm recording a video, I'm listening to music, I'm listening to the teacher, I'm studying English, I'm watching a video, I'm practicing, and so on and so forth. Okay? Now let's talk about present continuous, right? Or present progressive, which is the same, right? So don't get confused because both ways are used to talk about it. It's present progressive or present continuous. Now here we have 2 examples. Number 1 is in present simple and number 2 is in present progressive. It says, number 1, I work for a bank. Number 2 says, I'm planning my seminar. I'm planning my seminar. So which sentence talks about now and which ones talks about all the time or things in general? Of course, we know that we use present simple to talk about things that happen all the time. Yes, present simple. We used to talk about habits, routines, things that are true, right? Like my name is Nicole. I wake up at 7:30 in the morning, right? I never eat meat. I like watching movies, right? Or I like singing. Things are true, routines, or habits, right? And we usually use expressions like usually, often, never, always, and sometimes, right? And adverbs of frequency. Now, we use the present progressive to talk about things we're doing now, right? At the moment of speaking. Now, I'm going to teach you some more uses of the present progressive, but the most common one is to talk about things that are happening at this specific moment, right? So let's have a look at this structure, which is very simple. We use subject, any subject. Then we use the verb to be, am, is, or are, and this is an auxiliary. Important that this is an auxiliary. Yes? And then we have the main verb ending in ing, plus, of course, the complement of the sentence. Yes? When we talk about main verb, we talk about the action that is taking place, right? Hablamos de verbo principal, ¿cierto? ¿Por qué? Porque el verbo to be también es un verbo, pero en este caso, cuando lo usamos como presente continuo, ¿cierto? Lo vamos a tomar como un auxiliar y no como un verbo en sí mismo. Alright? Es una palabra que nos ayuda a conformar este tiempo verbal, pero no es el verbo principal. Now, this is the structure. Let's complete these sentences we have here, right? So, for positive, we have I am planning my seminar. Dean, of course, Dean is third person singular, so we don't use am, we use is, right? So Dan is working on a report. He isn't watching the news. They aren't working at the moment, right? They aren't. Now for questions, are you feeling okay? Is he working hard? What are you doing these days? What are they studying? And for short answers, we have yes, I am, no, he isn't, right? We use the same structure. Now, be aware that for questions, we have these two different types of questions. We have yes or no questions, right? Like, are you feeling okay? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Is he working hard? Yes, he is, or no, he isn't. Yes. And we also have information questions that start with question words like what, where, when. Yes. And these ones require more information. If I say, what are you doing these days? You cannot say yes, right? You say, oh, I am preparing a seminar, right? Or I am writing a thesis, or I am studying English. Yes? So be aware of that difference. Now, two other things I want you to mention. We have several distinctions for different verbs when it comes to putting the ing at the end. So for regular verbs like go, right, or listen, we only add the ing like going and listening. But for verbs that end in e, like have or live, right, we don't, we delete the final e and we write like having or living, yes. And for words that have this combination, yes, which are consonant, vowel, consonant, like in this case, G-E-T, consonant, vowel, and consonant, we are going to double the last consonant, getting. I am getting to the airport. All right? Now, another important thing, this might be a lot, but this is another important thing. Do not get confused with going to in the future, right? Because in some cases, when I ask you to write a sentence in the present simple with the verb go, right? Some people will write things like, I'm going to see the dentist. Yes? Now, pay attention to the difference. This is present continuous or present progressive. And this is future. And how do we know the difference? Because of the structure. Subject, auxiliary, verb with ing, and then complement. Yes? This is subject, auxiliary, verb with ing, and then another verb. Yes? This is not present continuous because we have two main verbs here. I'm going is used as an auxiliary, and then see the dentist is the actual action. So you can say I'm going to the dentist, or you can say I'm seeing the dentist. Yes? Be careful with that difference. These two are present progressive. This is not present progressive. All right? Now, let's go to page 137 so we can do some more exercises. Okay, here we are, right? Present progressive. Now let's check the meaning. It says that we use the present progressive to talk about present activities, things happening now or around now. Yes? Around now. Like in a longer period of time, but that means that it's happening in a period of time, right? So let's see. I can't talk now. I'm planning my seminar now at this moment. Or if you say they are working quite hard these days, that means that lately, in the last period of time, they are working quite hard. ¿Ya? Ejemplo de esto es cuando decimos, por ejemplo, que estamos leyendo un libro. Yes, if you started reading the book yesterday and you will probably finish it in 2 more days, you can say, oh, I'm reading Tom Sawyer or I'm reading The Lord of the Rings. It doesn't mind if you're not doing it at this exact moment, but this is kind of like a round out in a longer period of time, but that's not too long either, right? Here we have the structure again, right? Positive. I'm going to a meeting now. I'm not feeling well. And for questions, auxiliary subject, verb with ing, right? Question word, auxiliary subject, verb with ing. Auxiliary subject, verb with ing. See, the structure is always the same for questions in English. You can also contract, of course, are not and is not, like it's not. He's not working at the moment. They're not having a sale this week, right? Or you can say he isn't working. They aren't writing. Both are totally correct. Now, exercises. So please pause the video now and complete the sentences with present progressive verbs. Come back once you have finished. Okay, so let's check. Number 1 says, I am a student. Really? What are you studying? Number 2, I am going out now. Bye. Bye. Have a nice time. Kevin, what are you doing? What are you doing? I am talking to someone on the phone. Is this a good time, Mary? Sorry, no, I am making dinner. I am making dinner. Can I use the computer? Sorry, but I am using it at the moment. Sorry, but I am using it at the moment. He is not working or he isn't working at the moment. He's doing a course in marketing. So that is it for today. If you have questions, as always, don't forget to write me at my email, right? I'm going to be uploading a ton of exercises for you to practice and presentations and videos for you to check and learn a bit more. All right, so that is it for today. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.